So the next thing I want to look at here is pulling in file uploads, getting the text content of those, and then being able to push those in through tool calls into your functions. So your general assistant can essentially take file uploads that you've uploaded and use those to help it answer questions. We're not getting into vector embeddings just yet. For now, it'll be more like tell it the file upload, it'll pull the content and help answer your question. We'll look at vector embeddings in a later episode. So the first thing I've done here is add a bunch of gems. These are used by Langchain to read the content of files. So it can read PDFs, Word docs, PowerPoints, and Excel files, things like that. So we'll add those and have those installed. And then the next thing we want to do is go and create a background job. So we're going to have jobs AI process file upload job.rb. And we can give this just an upload. And the next thing we'll do is generate a model for that. So we'll generate a file upload. We will give it a user references, team references, and that's it. Let's open up this, and what we're going to need here is a t.text for text summary, and we will basically fill that in with text whenever the job's been processed. So we'll say time process that, and we'll hit save. Now we'll run the migrations. And then if we go to our file upload, we've got these, and we'll say has one attached file. And we'll hit save. And process file upload job, then we can take in the upload, find it. Doesn't need found because active job will do that for us. Then we do want to do something like this. So we want to grab the file and open it. And we don't need to switch based on file type because Langchain will do all that for us. And essentially what we do here is take the file, load it into Langchain loader, and get the chunks of text, and that comes back as data. Then we can update the text summary to join basically with 2 new lines in between all that, and update the process that time. So we can hit save on this now. And we can create a test for this. So we will require Rails helper. And what we can do is check inside of our sites. Okay, and I have some files set up inside my spec fixtures folder. So we have test.markdown, which we can use. And we can do let upload, and basically do file upload.create. We can do this by the fixtures, so it'll be users Pete as far as I remember. Yep, and teams, Pete's team, I think. Then the file, we can do file fixture upload with spec fixtures file test.markdown and do text markdown. And hopefully that's going to be created, so we can do puts upload dot file dot path and just see if this works. Undefined method path, but we can maybe do dot attached and it's coming back as true. So that's working. Now what we need to do is take our job, so we can say subject.perform now. Subject.perform, I think, just with upload, and hit save, run this, make sure it doesn't error. That works. Then we can do upload.reload and expect that the text summary equals this, and we get back title and some test markdown content. So we'll just copy this and expect it to include some test markdown content. And we also want to expect that process data is present. So we'll run this again, and that's all working. So that is essentially how we build our structure for processing files. It's rather simple. We're just loading in files based off a bunch of gems we have and getting the text content of those. But that essentially allows us to build in smarts to the AI agents that we can upload a bunch of files, give it more context far easier, and in a repeatable fashion and stuff as well. So you can upload, create a knowledge base essentially of files and allow it to reference those every time you ask it questions. So I hope that helps, and in the next episode we'll take a look at building our file upload tool, which allows our agents to access the content of those files.